Good evening, Harjot. Happy New Year to you. So I'm deciding which hand I should hold the camera with. I guess my left. I'm not using the gimbal this time, as I've lost all trust in it. But we have quite the snowfall here. I'm just departing from Walmart. Got myself a few essentials. And yeah, I'm gonna walk for maybe about a half an hour, somewhat back towards my mom's residence before I just take a bus the rest of the way. Like I said, it's gonna be a short stream, but first one of the new year. Juanita, hello, welcome. You having a good one? Try not to slip. There's some sneaky slush there. I was having quite a bit of trouble with that on New Year's Eve. But these sidewalks are pretty well plowed. Hey, Sebastian, welcome. Thankfully, it's not too windy. I just purchased a new microphone, Hollyland, I think it's called, and on my last live stream, somewhere within the hour and a half plus I was streaming, the receiver fell out of the bottom of my phone. And I didn't notice until I got on the bus. And I'm like, hey, where the hell's my receiver? And I was like looking all over for it, and I'm like, well, I guess it's gone. So I kind of sucked. I have to order a new one, which is going to cost about $60. You know, it'd be cheaper than buying the whole thing again, though, which is like $120. So easy come, easy go. But yeah, thankfully I don't require it tonight. And I hope it worked pretty well, because the wind can definitely be a pain when it comes to audio. So yeah, it's pretty nice out right now. It's not too cold, you know. It's been worse. A wind chill would definitely make it worse, but it's pretty relaxing here in Burlington. And I'm on a road called Plains Road. It's pretty much one big stretch back to where I'm going to arrive. So some interesting graffiti here. Hey, the Helen Keller. Welcome. Hope you're having a good new year. We are third day in now, so tomorrow I have to head back to work for the first time. So back to Toronto I'll go. But you know, it's kind of nice to have a getaway for a few days. Upstate Inn. Welcome, Bob. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, the wind is, I'm sorry, not the wind, the snow is getting in my eyes a bit here, but you know, not the worst. And that's hilarious. I guess they named it after the street, but this cycle place is called Brant Cycle, and it's of course on Brant Street. Coincidence? I think not. And this huge hill that's coming up here, and down is kind of a big plaza where you can go to Longo's. You have a Dollarama. You have a beer store, liquor store, convenience stores. So a pretty convenient area. Happy New Year's, Chatty Cathy. Good to see ya. Alicia Lewis is in the chat. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good year. It's pretty good, I gotta say. you know? It's almost like a mini vacation. Uh-oh, I think I walked a bit prematurely here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, it's the end of the world. Oh, it's this guy honking. I thought it was that driver honking at me, but it was him honking at someone else. You never know around here. See, here it gets a little bit more slippery, as you can tell, so I will try to take it easy and not walk too fast. And I forgot, around here is the only Mandarin in Burlington. Right down there. I will try to keep up with the chats. As long as you know there is a Dollarama, you know you are still among civilization. Absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, you know, you could tell it was plowed probably a couple hours ago, but the snowfall is pretty consistent, so it doesn't really take long to become snowy again. And let it snow. Honestly, I'm, you know, not hating it because I don't have to shovel snow, right? But I'm sure Bob will agree it can be a pain. So we've gotten quite a bit of snow in Syracuse, so yeah, it's very nice. It's pretty festive. My thumb is again starting to hurt from the cold, but that's, you know, a common thing in this weather. Last time I was using gloves, and there's actually a reason I don't really like them, is that I have no grip or control, to be honest. It's like if I reach in my pocket, I can't really feel anything that's in there, and I can't really use my phone, and I'll like pull stuff out with it. So I guess I sacrifice warmth for convenience. It's like you don't really see what's gonna appear, but you know, it kind of gets a little industrial, not industrial, like businesses after this plaza, and then after that it kind of just becomes residential. I've covered this before. There's Mapleview Mall, and I've walked the entire stretch actually, but a lot of it is residential after a certain point. Yeah, it's pretty cold. It was like -5 degrees or something. But yeah, not too bad. Like I said, there's not an aggressive wind chill, which is always the worst. So yeah, just gonna switch hands back and forth. Sorry if it gets a little shaky here. Fired my gimbal again, as it deserved to be. Might just get like a regular tripod, you know, off Amazon or something. At least I know that's not gonna flop on me. Oh my gosh, so sorry if it's a bit shaky. I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. Bob said Syracuse had their second snowiest day in the past week. 61 centimeters in one day. Wow. I don't really think in terms of centimeters, even though I'm Canadian, right? I think in terms of inches. So I'm guessing 4 or 5 inches. I'm not really sure. I definitely rely on the metric system more, but I still think in feet and inches, so not completely. But when someone tells me the degrees in Fahrenheit, I'm like, huh? Need to get a calculator out for that. And there's the industrial part here. I think this used to be a train station way back before Go took over. You can see down there. Coming up around the corner, you'll see where the stop is. It's actually kind of cool. It's a little piece of Burlington history. And Sapan is in the chat. Hey, Happy New Year, Sapan. Good to see ya. That's 24.1 inches. Holy shit, Bob. That's like 2 feet. Yeah, I guess I was way off with 4 or 5, eh? Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. Hopefully, you know, you got that out of the way before it becomes solid and much harder to do. Oh my God. So after this hill here, you'll see the plaza coming up. But yeah, this road is always kind of busy. Plains Road is has a lot of traffic because Burlington is growing, and there's pretty quick access from here to Hamilton as well. So yeah, this road I think goes all the way to Appleby, and then I'm not sure because I never really went that far on here, but Bob says, oh sorry, Maureen, hello, Happy New Year. Good to see you. You know, I kind of like stayed up a bit past New Year's, and then I kind of just passed right out. You know, did I make a New Year's resolution? No, I didn't. You know, maybe I wish for less traffic in life. I wish to catch a bus on time and not miss it by 2 seconds. You know, that's all I need. That's more of a wish, I guess, instead of a resolution. There's the Burlington Go Express to Burlington Go. I guess it comes from Hamilton. Bob says Richie doesn't care and likely slept through the New Year's, right? Yeah. Anytime I go anywhere, Richie has to follow. He has to follow me into the bathroom. Every time I go to the kitchen, he thinks he's being fed. He goes right up to the fridge and like he almost stands up and puts his paws on. It's like, oh, you're ready to feed me now, eh? Even though he was just fed like 5 minutes ago. All right, so this is the stop I was talking about. Rail crossing way. It's pretty cool, you know. See that cute little car there. It's a 2-seater. I'm kind of curious to see what this looked like back in the day, you know. Yeah, Burlington Junction here. So just a nice little piece of Burlington history. Yeah, and you'll see lots of places around here. Cobb's Bread. And of course Mapleview, which I have not been in. I've passed by it enough times, but never enticed my curiosity enough to actually go in it. Maybe the next couple streams I'll think of that, but it's my last day in Burlington for a little bit. And again, I'm trying to see. The snow is going directly in my eyes here. Yes, first live in the new year. Had to pull one off eventually. Frankie slept through it too. If anything, he just kept looking at me like, just go to bed already. Yeah, that's fair. All right, Alicia. And I'm just trying not to trip on something here. There's little blocks of snow and ice kind of in my way. And seems like some sort of legion here. Or maybe a fire department, but I don't see any fire trucks. But oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely a fire department. They must be in there. That makes sense. And then my hat's starting to fly away. This is where the wind is picking up. I knew it would come eventually. I can catch a bus anywhere along here. Almost 15 minutes in already. Like I said, I'll stretch this to maybe about half an hour, 35 minutes. Won't be as long as my last one, which was my record longest stream, and also my record for having the most viewers, or people in the same chat, I guess I should say. So again, thank you everyone for that. Eventually, I'm going to have to try to go past the 2-hour mark. Maybe even push myself to do 3. I got my new power bank with me, so it definitely helps. And that thumb is getting cold again. Yes, Yoshi is still sick. Yeah, he told me that. We're supposed to go to a movie next Saturday, so hopefully he'll be okay by then. But he's doing the responsible thing, and he's not trying to get others sick, so that's why he's quarantined. So you got Value Buds here, Wally Par sausage. Sunset Grill down there. Oh man. I'm trying to be careful. Don't worry, Alicia. Yeah, no risk, no reward, right? Yeah, it's not too bad. Just kind of taking my steps very slowly and carefully, you know. And there's Mapleview. And after this, it just becomes really residential. Yeah, it could be the flu. It is that time of year where a lot of people are catching it. I don't think I had the flu, but I was under the weather for a couple of days. I thankfully have a pretty good immune system, so when I do get sick, I recover quickly. Yeah, I woke up one morning, had like aches and pains and a cough, you know, sore throat, runny nose, all that fun stuff. Just took a bunch of Halls, had some soup with hot sauce, and 2 days later I was back to normal. Maple Avenue here. And once I pass this, you'll see pretty much residential. Just this huge long stretch. Another part of Burlington is also kind of grid-like, just compared to Hamilton as well. So even up the escarpment on the mountain in Hamilton, also pretty grid-like. Which, you know, I'm not against. At least you won't get lost, or it's harder to get lost. Alright. And if I'm visiting this plaza, which I usually do, I catch the One Plains Road bus right up here at this bus stop. Unfortunately though, it's a bit of a stretch from anywhere you're shopping towards the bus stop. I've seen a few buses pass by me like 30 seconds before I was able to make it there. And they do not run frequently around here. It's like every half hour, so kind of sucks when you just miss one and have to wait a half an hour for the next. But you know, it happens. Watching every step here. Hey William, Happy New Year's, thanks for joining the chat. Oh man, now it's my pinky. I'll stop complaining with my hands though. It's what I was expecting. And you got a car wash here, auto body shop. Only thing I see at Mapleview Mall is Sporting Life. And honestly, when I look into the distance, I can't really see much because of how hazy it is. Little dip around the corner here. No heavy trucks allowed up here. Maximum 36 tons. I think the average car is about 2 to 3 tons, isn't it? So, I don't know what the average truck size is. The 18-wheelers, I guess, would be, but depending on the cargo, I'm assuming pretty damn heavy. And businesses are over. Now it's just this long stretch. Happy New Year, Paulette Crooks. Good to see you. Yeah, just snowy, you know. Well, it's the iPhone 15. It's problematic when I use certain frame rates per second. I've upgraded to 45 now, so hopefully it should be a bit better. I've talked about that before. And believe it or not, I actually bought a fan from Walmart. And I know, who buys a fan in the middle of winter, right? I do though, because my other one broke down and I need that white noise. And I actually just sleep better with the fan directly in my face. Even in the winter, I know. I'm nuts. So, Hanger Creek somewhere around here. And kind of want to cross the road here. So go to the lights, that would make sense. Hey Mom, and hey Bighorn. Long time no see, Sean. I hope you're doing well, man. Good to hear from you again. Yes, Bob, I need to have the fan directly on my face. I actually sweat. It's no joke, I do. And it just irritates me. I'll be fanning myself with like a piece of paper or something, so you might as well just get one. There's Plains Road West. Well, it doesn't give you a long time to cross the street, does it? 5 seconds? Whoa, take it easy. Kind of ridiculous how short that was. And there's a QW to Niagara heading that way. I just passed Mapleview Mall, Mom. Exactly, Burlington. Yeah, Sean, for sure. A lot of stuff I kind of want to do for 2026, you know. Of course, things like the CNE and Fan Expo won't be for a good 6 months, but, you know, some other things are on the horizon. What a crazy year 2025 was. Both good and bad. Across here. Yeah, cooling gel pill. I thought about that. Might have to invest in that as well. You never know. Yeah, I guess a lot of fireworks were going on for New Year's anywhere around Burlington that I know of. I guess there probably was some sort of extravaganza at Nathan Phillips Square. But I'm not sure if anyone was streaming near there on New Year's Eve. That I noticed anyways. I know Johnny and Ken both kind of went live around the same time, around 9:45, so I know they covered it right after I kind of wrapped it up. So a bag with a bunch of garbage in it. Then we got IKEA down there. Yeah, I don't think you would be, Bob. You know, same thing with vacuum cleaners. You know, Richie doesn't like the sound of like bags. If I get a garbage bag out, he'll like run for the hills. If he sees me pulling out a garbage bag, he'll run for the hills, let alone actually opening it. There's a Fortino's and a newly opened No Frills, along with Staples. And Bob, this is where Mom and I went for shopping with that gift certificate. So thank you again for that, Bob. Gonna tilt my hat down a bit more. Have a bit less snow in my eyes. No spatula, I know. Sorry to let you down. I guess people aren't throwing them all over the streets as much as they used to. Okay. So sorry, I spoke too soon. Businesses still go on. There's obviously another plaza, but on this side you'll see not much at all, besides access to the QEW. And it's kind of just all foresty on the left side here. I know, right, Bob? It's disappointing me. I haven't seen many toaster ovens in a while. I used to see quite a bit of those. And this is it. It's just turns into a stretch of nothing after a while. I'm not sure how many inches or centimeters of snow Burlington is going to be getting tonight, but I'm assuming a few with the consistency here. Ooh, my hands are getting cold. As I've said for about the 30th time now, I know. I'm even stuttering my words because my jaw is starting to shiver a bit. There's a Cybertruck. I remember when they used to be like spotting a blue moon. And now they're kind of common. Let's read the chats here. Maybe instead of Kit Kats for the Triple P meetup, bring a spatula? Yeah, sure. You know, if Kurt was in the chat, we would talk about, you know, serving pad thai with a spatula. The infamous inside joke that seems to keep going. And yeah, what you see is what you get. Some McDonald's heading up on the right hand side of the road. Obviously a couple high-rise apartment buildings. Oh, it's ending by 11. Okay, that's fair. You know, it's good that we won't have too much. As I head to work tomorrow, I don't want to be crawling through feet of snow. I'm not sure how frequently buses are running around here. I'm assuming every half hour, but I guess when I walked from Mapleview Mall towards my destination last time, it took about 45 minutes, but I was walking faster as it was obviously not snowing. Country, you got Pizza Hut. And fire hydrants are mostly red here. I'm seeing yellow fire hydrants everywhere, but it's kind of the best of both worlds, I guess, with yellow on the top. Subway up there. And I push a button. Not sure how long these lights are. Guess I can. Oh, that was quick. Bunch of Blue Jays talks in the chat. You know, I'm kind of keeping up with the Leafs. They're not doing terrible, but you know the infamous history with them. But I saw a recent game and Austin Matthews seems to be getting his stride back. It's always kind of cool to see, you know, to keep your hope up for a little bit. So yeah, all residential on this side and more plazas till the end here. I don't remember seeing another Plains Road bus yet, so Christian Fuller, hello, welcome to the chat. Happy New Year's to you. And the Go bus also stops here, as we saw one earlier heading towards Burlington Go. And I see a Dairy Queen in the distance there. You got the dentist, barber, chiropractor. Guess most of your needs will be acquired. Keep looking behind me, and I do see a bus coming. I don't think I'll be able to catch that in time. I'm certainly not going to run for it, which is pretty much what I would have to do, so sayonara. I'm pretty used to that though. Seeing a bus just in time for it to take off on you. Pizza place called Lava Pizza, which I've ordered from before. They're not too bad, to be honest. Pretty fair price around here. No, I didn't bring gloves, Bob. I was saying earlier, I have really no control with them. I can't feel anything in my pockets, and I sacrifice warmth for convenience and accessibility. Especially really bulky ones. It's just like, you know, you can't really use your phone or do anything. And there goes the bus I could have caught, but It's not that long of a walk, to be honest. I might just suck it up and walk the entire way. Guess I'm getting some exercise. Sidewalks are getting a little bit better. Yeah, I might get like some gloves. Even at Dollarama, they have like thinner ones. Probably easier to use. I think you actually can use your phone with them. My dad got a pair of heated gloves. They're like $150 or something, but he definitely needed them apparently. And there is a Shell gas station and a TD bank among the plaza here. And of course, McDonald's across the street. Yeah, Dollarama really is handy. Pretty much, you know, within a certain price range, it's pretty decent for all your, you know, your basic needs. I'm gonna look behind me to see if there's any miracle another bus is gonna be coming, but I wouldn't bet on it. Sorry, I gotta stop here to read the chats. Am I walking right now in the northern part of Burlington, or am I close to the QEW? I just passed the QEW about 10 minutes ago. So I am heading pretty much almost westbound towards the Hamilton area. You keep taking the Plains Road bus, it will take you into Hamilton, and that was the bus I caught on my New Year's Eve live stream. Okay. And Pizza and Mr. Sub. You know, both Canadian, always good to see. And sorry, I think my camera is kind of covered in snow. Let me wipe that off a bit. Hopefully that should be a little bit better. I know I'm certainly covered in snow. So this is technically Aldershot, but it's Burlington. I'm still kind of confused by it. Got another gas station, a Pioneer. No, Mom, I don't want to lift, but thank you. Oh, okay. All right, Kristen. Yeah. I guess around here, if I were to catch the Plains Road, it would take me about roughly 20 minutes to a half hour to get downtown Hamilton. And downtown Burlington is actually quite a ways. I don't think I've done a recording there in the near future. Is kind of the land of the strips and plazas. There's another cannabis place called Uncle Louie's. Another barber. I guess I have to hit a barber eventually. I could use a new do and a cheap motel. thinking I see a Taco Bell, but I don't. I'm just hallucinating apparently. Maybe I just have tacos on the mind. Yeah, my beard is kind of covered in little icicles. It's like, yeah, not much you can do. Unless I wore a ski mask or something. Okay, I can kind of see where I'll end up. There's a Wendy's. It's on the other side of the street. And it's kind of the mark of knowing I'm close to my destination. And I don't really think I'll be recording in this area for a long time because my mom's going to be moving. There'll be no reason to visit here. Don't really know anyone else around this area. But there's so many other places of Hamilton, and eventually I want to go to Kingston. Parts of Mississauga. So I need more places to come. Kingston's one I'm really interested in doing. It's quite an interesting little city. Shoppers across the street here, and another motel called Nights Inn, and of course you got a library. Sorry if I'm missing any of the chats here. Good to see you. Oh, hey, Toronto's Doo-Wop Music Guy. Hey, Kevin. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've had a great New Year's. Sorry, if I missed anyone, I will get back to you. Yeah, a lot of people have their Christmas lights up. I guess it's part of the winter theme. As you see, it does kind of go hand in hand. I like it. Keeps the festive spirit alive, you know. We got one of my favorites, Domino's. Kind of tempted to go in there, but I guess that wouldn't be interesting for a live stream, would it? What will Kyle get on his pizza? And another strip. I kept saying that there was mostly residential around here, but there's obviously more strips coming, and it's a bulk, not a bulk barn, but a bulk food warehouse. You don't really see many bulk places as you used to, especially during COVID. That was like the big no-no during COVID. I don't know how any of them survived during that, but apparently they did. Teddy Cathy says, I wish lights were up all winter. Even more white lights, maybe, or trees in the summer. Yeah, I like the ones that kind of are a bit glossy, or like frosty, I should say. The ones that don't kind of blind you. Those I don't mind at all. Robert Sprite in the chat. Hey, Happy New Year to you. Thanks for tuning in. I am smelling a huge whiff of ganja, but I have no idea where it's from. I swear to God I smell something, but that's kind of a mystery. Got a nice semi-high rise here. Oh, your tree's still decorated, huh? Yeah, as I said before, apparently it's bad luck to throw out your tree before New Year's, so I think you passed the bad luck hump there. I believe that's a school across the street, or is this another, no, it's another residential building. There's the school. Public school, kind of a small one. And it's called Maplehurst. You're not smoking strong stuff. That's fine by me. To each their own. There's a U-Haul coming up there. Why Burlington tonight? Well, I've been here for a few days. I've been kind of staying at my mom's between work because our grandmother just passed away, so I'm giving moral support for that. And it's kind of nice to get out of Toronto for a couple days here and there. It's kind of a break, so I'll be heading back tomorrow. And eventually she'll be moving from this area, so that would be that. Co-operators, whatever that means. And you're going to see a frame of what Tim Hortons used to be. The frame for the sign is obviously still very much there. And it's been here for a few years, kind of just abandoned. Still trying to look out for that Wendy's. I think I kind of see it in the distance, hidden behind the trees there. So I might just take this down to Waterdown Road and wrap it up there. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Yeah. Appreciate that. She's at peace now, right? That's the important thing. And here's where it used to be. Bunch of pickups, no lack of those. And I'm going to go up here to see if it's... No, I don't think it says anything. It's just like... Well, maybe it does. Who knows? Let me check. My eyesight's not that good. Oh, it just says private parking. That's all. No trespassing. Yeah, that's it. Not much to see. Rest in peace, Tim Hortons. Kind of funny how the lights look through my camera here. It's kind of like just giant webs of color sprouting from the center there. There's some guy I saw on a scooter. You could see his trail going on for quite some time. And I'll switch the other hand again. Sorry about that, folks. Yes, thank you, Kristen. I hope, everyone should try to look forward to positive things this year. I think that's half the key. If you tell yourself you're going to have a good year instead of, kind of getting down on that, letting life, tackle you, then it probably will. But you just say, you know what, I'm going to kick this year's ass and I'm going to have a damn good year. And if, a couple of things go wrong, then just keep trying. I know that's what I'm going to do. And I guess this whole complex is for sale. Huh. Pretty high end. I know it's dark and a little hard to see. And you see a very nicely lit up tree in the distance there. I do love the colors. And you got a church across the street here. Oh my God, my shoulder. Sorry about that. And I've said this before, there's like so many barber shops. Kind of like when you're walking on Danforth pretty much from, I guess, Main Street to pretty much towards Pape. You see like almost a dozen barber shops. And another one. You see the good old-fashioned swirly stripes. Infamous sign. Christian says, I was feeling down on Christmas. I had New Year's holidays. New Year's cured me, helped me feel better. New Year's strong, powerful, positive holiday. Well, that's the spirit. You keep telling yourself that and it will get better, I promise you. Your mind is more powerful than you know. For a furniture store, another hairstyling place, you can't make this up. A vape place. Sewing alterations. And Momo Sushi. The only time I really tend to have sushi is when I'm at the Mandarin. I won't even think of buying any at the grocery store. No offense to the people that do, but it's not for me. Getting closer, that very nicely lit tree. The work it must have taken, especially to get all the way to the top. What is that, like 40 feet tall? You can see past the glare. Okay, Kurt is in the house. We were just talking about you. Well, I was anyways. Happy New Year, man. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you had a fantastic New Year's. We're saying, you know, if I ever found a spatula, we would need Kurt to serve up pad thai with it. And more residential buildings, of course. Yeah, the Mandarin at Eglinton, Yonge and Eglinton is closing. And we were there, well, me, Alicia, Sapand, Alex, you know, Liam and Vasily and all us, we were at the Mandarin for Yoshi's birthday. So I guess because their contract or lease ended and they want more development around there, condos, you know, so yeah, I guess it's time for them to end. There's an interesting looking kitchen and bar across the street called District. Passed by them a few times. And let's look at that. How nice is that, eh? Still waiting to see that Wendy's. I thought I saw it, but again, probably another mirage. My eyes are just seeing what I want to see. Kurt says, so if you want a restaurant to close down, have Yoshi's birthday there. Who knows? Maybe those are the nails in the coffin. You never know, Kurt. Oh my goodness. Yes, I think he did. And Alex is going to be having his birthday. I can't even remember where. That will be coming up soon. Squirrel. So I might do a stream there. But if I'm eating, I don't know. Now it's a stretch of residential areas. And more Christmas decorations still up. Hey, Flick Hunter's in the chat. Hey, Happy New Year's. Good to hear from you. Nice quiet little houses around here. And another church. Don't know what you got down there in the distance, but very well lit up. It almost looks like a storage unit. And an abandoned house here, all boarded up. And the stress continues. You're almost going from like being in the city to almost like a small town hickish vibe. Yeah, the Wendy's is slowly creeping up. I do say slowly. I see it, but it doesn't seem to be getting closer. And of course, another boarded up residence here. Very unique piece of architecture. Used to be a chiropractic clinic, apparently. Almost looks like the roof of a house, like just the roof. Another, well, semi-lit up tree. Lots of decorations still around here. Far. Burlington's pretty far. I think Whitby's probably an hour or two up north. I could be wrong on that, but not close to it. Mother Chuckers was great. Yes, it used to be a chiropractic office, and they couldn't get things straightened out. But I guess not. There's another, I'm gonna guess Catholic school, considering how close it is to the church. It's kind of a little dark to see though. And we just recently passed a public school, so you can almost hear a pin drop now. It's like suddenly so quiet. And another lit up house. Now when I pass the Wendy's here, it's going to be a short little stretch towards Plains and Waterdown, so that's where I'll be ending it. And my battery is 40%, so I'm not in danger of it dying on me anytime in the next few minutes, thankfully. I did not bring my power bank. That has happened to me a few times. My apologies to anyone that was watching. Happened to C&E, and happened about a couple weeks ago. Nice little house there. Almost Home Alone vibes. And Yoshi's in the chat. Good to see ya. Glad you're back to almost full recovery. You know? I bet you had a lot of hot sauce. Hidden Jackpots, welcome. Good to see you. Happy New Year's to you. Nice little hidden complex here. Very nice houses. Daryl King Estates. And another strip. And another barber shop. Lost count, but First time I actually see someone walking their dog. And a lot of dogs do love snow. Rolling around in it or whatever. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I keep readjusting my backpack. It keeps leaning on my left shoulder and straining it. And you see a plow truck there. Yes, Kevin, we look forward to that. Good to see you again. It was pretty coincidental how I saw you at Union Station, but I guess I believe in fate. And Yoshi, do you know what movie yet you want to go to next Saturday? I forgot. The average price for the movies nowadays, like $20 for a ticket. You know, if you go to an IMAX, Cineplex, something like that. I remember when I used to be a kid, well, over 20 years ago, the ticket would be like $7 or $8. Now it's just like ridiculous. Back when movies used to be better too. But you know, not that I dislike CGI or anything, but a lot of movies seem to milk that to death. A meat store, an olive oil dispensary. Got a home patio store here. And there's finally the Wendy's. So, not this set of lights, but the next set of lights is where I'll be departing. Try to read a bit more of the chats here. Sorry, guys. Kurt says, Kyle, they need you as an adult to chaperone them to Zootopia too? Well, if I'm paid enough, maybe. Never say never. Whoopsie. Zootopia. I don't even know what that is, to be honest. It wasn't like a new Kung Fu Panda movie. There's like Wicked 2, you know. That's how up to date I am. The last time I went to a movie theater, I'm trying to remember. A couple years, I think. I think I saw like Mission Impossible or the new Top Gun. It was some Tom Cruise movie. I did like Maverick though. Tom Cruise is a pretty badass actor. Say what you will about him, but you know, for his age, he doesn't seem to age, and gotta say he's one of the best stuntmen out there. So it's still one of those old-fashioned Wendy's. Still has the infamous rooftop there. So you can tell they've been there for a while. And another church. St. Matthew's on the Plains. Profanity would be a shame, Kurt. Cover your ears. Kristen says she saw Avatar with a boyfriend. It's a long 3-hour movie. Yeah. The sequels? I saw the original, God, like 15 years ago. And I heard the second didn't get that like good of a review. And there's like a third and fourth coming out, right? But yeah, I don't know. Apparently they're saying it's mostly just CGI and not much of a story. But I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak for that opinion. Another Royal Inn and a small little graveyard here. And now that I don't need the Plains Road bus, I'm seeing more of them, of course. It's only when you don't need them. Oh, James Cameron grew up in Niagara. I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm a huge James Cameron fan. One of the best directors out there, of course, you know. The Terminators, he directed Aliens. Wow, I dropped my phone. Sorry, sorry about that, guys. Completely covered the lens in snow. But I'm okay, and the phone's okay. Slipped right out of my hand there. Wah, wah. Yeah, I'm kind of holding this bag that's kind of deteriorating with the snow, so I'm like switching back and forth. You fell in the snow. Did you all fall with me? I didn't fall, but the phone certainly did. Face down too. Completely caked in snow. I've only done that about maybe 3 times. I have dropped my phone before during a live stream. Can't exactly remember when, but I've had my share of epic fails. And Waterdown Road is approaching. Your face went down first. Well, you know, I'm sorry if that frightened you. Maybe it was an interesting experience. Who knows? I think it's because my fingers are starting to get a bit numb. I'm having less control. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. See another Tim Hortons approaching, and there's a Circle K you're going to see to the left at the lights. First, last A, hello, welcome to the chat. No gloves, Adam. Like I said, I just don't have much control with them. I'm probably going to get like a thin pair so I have control, but you know, I usually always kind of go gloveless. There's a gentleman's club across the street, but I never really see it open. But you see lots of people parked there, so what do I know? I'm not sure how many kilometers I just walked. Maybe 5 or something, I don't know. Need to get another Fitbit. Sorry, I'm trying to read the chat here. The only way I'll get knighted is if I go to a gentleman's club. I've actually never been to one. I swear I never have. Maybe before I'm 40. I know, right? How crazy of me. I just never really had the desire, but I guess I can go just for the sake that I say I've gone to one. Because drinks are pretty expensive there, and you know, I'll end it at that. All right, I'm gonna cross the street here and I'm gonna wrap this up. It's a nice little family diner here called Russell Williams. It's a nice little breakfast place. Most of the days it opens at like 8 and closes at 3 p.m. And I think on weekends it's open a bit longer, I think till like 8. Seems like a very family operated business. You've got Merry Christmas there. How nice is that? And there's a Circle K in the Esso. And my hands are officially freezing. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make this late, hopefully. I can't exactly run. That would be dangerous, but of course, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh well. And up there, water down, that leads you back to the QEW. I actually am in a little bit of a rush, kind of like just to put my hands away. And I'm pretty close to my destination as well. So I'll go up here the road a bit. Get as close as I can, maybe I'll go a little bit further. And my battery is also kind of dying, yeah, 15%. Like I've said before, nothing drains your battery quicker than a live stream. It's like 5% every 5 minutes, or even, maybe even a bit quicker than that. I don't want to drop my phone again, that would suck. You guys have been patient enough with me. Yeah, well, the Manor is where I went for Christmas. It's a tradition that my dad likes to do every Christmas. And they do serve turkey and roast beef there, so I kind of went a bit early for my liking. 1:30, you know. I think, 5 or 6 is a more appropriate time for me to stuff my face, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. It's a family restaurant, the Gentleman's Club. They could be the owners, you never know. A lot of possibilities around here. And of course, I'm thinking the old Tim Hortons that we saw moved to this destination. Well, I've already gone for over an hour. I didn't even think it was that long. Kind of using both my hands to hold the camera so it's not going to shake too much. Got some U-Hauls parked over there. Got a Hasty Market, Pharmasave. Got a retirement community across the road there. KFC was open Christmas. So was McDonald's. Went to a 24-hour one. Got some Grinch socks. It was kind of cool. Ooh. Oh, a free picture on your birthday. Yeah, that is true. I think I've had a couple of pictures. I've had my birthday there as well, so I think I remember that. They always give you cotton candy. Well, the one I go to always gives you cotton candy on the way out, but it kind of just melts. I'm usually too full to eat it anyways, so it's like you hold it in your hand, it just starts melting on your hand. I'll take the mint and that's about it. Okay, I probably won't be so stupid next time, and I actually will wear gloves instead of just having you hear me complain about it. And get back on backpack, sorry. I gotta adjust that when I get back. This does not want to stay on my shoulder. I would pay for an autographed picture of yourself, Kurt. Frame it up on my wall, why not? Got coffee Christmas morning. Sorry, I'm shaking here. Tim Hortons was closed. Asian restaurants and corner stores are always open. Yeah, I'm surprised Tim Hortons was closed on Christmas. Thought they're usually open 24 hours. Well, you could at least gone to McDonald's. I guess it would have to be a 24-hour one. I'm not sure. The ones that are non-24 hours would be open. Can't really speak for them, but to be honest, I could have McDonald's for Christmas and I wouldn't even be mad. Okay, I swear the light's where I'm going to be ending. Keep stretching my truth. Got another vape store here. Tim Hortons socks for Christmas. Yeah, they're giving out Grinch ones at McDonald's. They're kind of cool, you know, a nice little bonus, I guess. Oh yeah, everything is open in the falls on Christmas. I guess so, because, you know, the tourist attraction thing. And of course, the falls is a place that I'm very overdue for, so, you know, there's been a lot of talk about that, so in a future stream, I will definitely be there. And how low is my battery? Yeah, it's at 10%. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap this up. So I want to thank everyone in the chat. Hitting Jackpots, Kurt, Bob, Kristen, Toronto's Doo-Wop Music Guy, all of you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a fantastic New Year's. You know, let's make the most of it. My face is completely covered in snow and icicles. So, yeah, I don't want my stream to die on me again. Been there, done that. So I want everyone to have a good night. Take care. Switch around here. And I appreciate you all. I will be live sometime soon. See, my beard is covered in snow and ice. But it will be soon and in Toronto. So I'll see you guys there. And have a good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Walker out. Don't drop your phone again, Kyle.